Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you've been paying attention to the creator economy lately, there is this massive wave of panic sweeping across the platform right now. In less than 6 months, YouTube is flipping the switch on literally one of the most drastic monetization updates we have ever seen. They are fundamentally changing the rules of the game. For years, the barrier to entry has been tough but steady. Well, now, that wall is getting twice as high. So whether you're an aspiring creator or just a focused learner who is fascinated by the mechanics of the digital economy, you absolutely need to understand exactly what is happening, why it's happening, and how this entire landscape is about to shift. Let's dive right into this. We're going to cover the new monetization criteria, the specific danger for shorts creators, the premium light silver lining, and finally, exactly what you should do right now.
20 million. Just take a second and let that number sink in. That is the new, absolutely staggering requirement for short-form views that creators are going to be forced to hit in a really tight window. To put that into perspective, the vast majority of creators struggle to hit even a tiny fraction of that. This number represents a massive new barrier to entry that's about to lock thousands of potential creators out of earning ad revenue. So let's break down exactly where this number fits into the new rulebook. All right, Section 1, the new monetization criteria. The requirements are doubling. As the platform has gotten more and more saturated with creators, YouTube has clearly decided to raise the stakes. And they aren't just tweaking the requirements. Under the old policy we've known for years, you needed 4,000 hours of valid watch time on long-form content or 10 million shorts views in a 90-day window. Now, think about the stark reality taking effect on February 1st, 2027. You're going to need 8,000 hours of watch time, or that massive 20 million shorts views benchmark. The actual effort required? It literally just multiplied by 2. Now, there is one tiny saving grace here, which is that the subscriber baseline of 1,000 remains completely unchanged. But let's be real, gaining subscribers is usually the easiest part of the whole equation, compared to racking up thousands of hours of watch time. Essentially, the actual tangible grind, the effort required to prove your channel's worth to the algorithm and to advertisers, has become twice as difficult. But while long-form creators just have a much higher mountain to climb initially, shorts creators are facing a systemic nightmare. Which brings us to Section 2, the danger for shorts creators, the 90-day trap. So, doubling the view requirement is rough, for sure, but it's really only half the problem. The real danger here is a mechanical change that effectively creates a perpetual rolling trap for anyone relying on short-form content. Under the new rules for shorts, your monetization isn't just this permanent status you unlock and keep forever. Instead, it's evaluated on a rolling 90-day window. Meaning, if you drop below the threshold in any 90-day period, boom, your shorts revenue is entirely paused. You earn absolute zero ad revenue from your shorts until your 90-day rolling average crosses the threshold again. You can see how incredibly punishing this is for anyone whose channel experiences even a temporary dip in traffic. And platform educators are actively sounding the alarm on this. As Tube Sensei pointed out recently, you will basically have to struggle every single month to keep the Shorts channel monetized. It shifts Shorts monetization from this amazing milestone you celebrate into a constant, grueling monthly quota that you just have to meet. And that creates immense psychological stress for creators. You can basically never truly take a break. So the really crucial takeaway here is the massive discrepancy between how YouTube is treating long-form versus short-form. If you hit the 8,000 hours for long-form and enter the partner program, your long-form ad revenue is safe, you're in. But shorts revenue is strictly conditional. Drop below the requirement and your earnings completely halt. Because of this, analysts are noting that producing mass appeal entertainment content is practically the only viable path to consistently hitting those massive recurring view targets. Niche, educational, or slow growth shorts channels, they are effectively being priced right out of the ad revenue market.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, the premium light silver lining, a revenue boost. We want the whole picture here, right? It's not all doom and gloom. Amidst all the panic about watch time and views, YouTube quietly rolled out a structural change to premium revenue that is actually highly lucrative for creators who qualify. They've introduced this premium light subscription, which lets users watch ad-free at a cheaper price point. But here is the incredible part for creators. YouTube is drastically shifting the revenue split. For premium light users, an unprecedented 60% of that subscription revenue goes directly into the creator pool, with YouTube only keeping 40%. Previously, the creator pool only got a 30% slice of standard premium subscriptions. Let's actually break down the hard math for a second to see why this is such a big deal.
A standard premium subscription in India, for example, costs 150 rupees, and 30% of that, or 45 rupees, goes to the creator pool. But with the new premium light subscription costing only 90 rupees, 60% goes to the pool. That equals 54 rupees. So even though the user is paying significantly less for the subscription, the actual monetary amount going to the creator pool is higher per user.
Now, context is definitely key here. While the math works out in the creator's favor, base subscription prices in countries like India are still relatively low, meaning the overall payout remains modest. But for creators with a strong US-based audience, where subscription prices are much higher in dollars, this 60% pool slice is going to result in a massive revenue boost. It's a really clear signal that building a highly engaged international audience is more profitable than ever right now.
All right, section 4, what you should do now. Beating the clock. So, knowing all these hurdles and the hidden benefits, let's pivot to strategy. The clock is absolutely ticking toward February 1st, 2027. Right now it's August 2026. You have about 5.5 months to shift your strategy. Your sole objective for late 2026 is to hit the old criteria, that 4,000 hours of watch time, before the clock strikes midnight on February 1st when the new 8,000-hour policy activates. Because if you get into the partner program before that date, you are safe from the increased entry barriers. Based on the breakdown from platform analysts, the survival roadmap basically looks like this. Step 1, shift your focus entirely away from shorts and onto long-form content to avoid that rolling 90-day trap we talked about earlier. Step 2, actually sit down and learn the necessary hard skills: scripting, editing, thumbnail design, and voiceover work. Long-form requires much higher retention. And Step 3, sprint to reach the old monetization target of 4,000 hours before the deadline hits. And this strategic pivot is practically universal advice right now. Educator Chad Groh summarized it perfectly when he said, "Don't waste your time on shorts. Start working on long videos." The algorithm is strongly pushing creators toward long form by making shorts monetization just way too stressful to maintain. Following the incentives of the platform is definitely the smartest move you can make. Now, stepping back as an impartial observer of this space, it's really interesting to see what this panic has created in the market. We're seeing several prominent educators heavily promoting paid courses and these specialized monetization packages. Apps are pushing huge flash sales, like 50% off with promo codes, promising to teach algorithm secrets or even manage your channel's watch time for a fee, with money-back guarantees if they fail to get you monetized. So for the focused learner, the takeaway is pretty clear. The desperation to beat this 2027 deadline has created a booming secondary market for shortcuts. You just have to carefully weigh if your personal strategy requires investing in education or if you're better off just putting in the raw work yourself.
The digital landscape is literally shifting right under our feet. The barrier to entry is doubling, the pressure on shorts creators is compounding every day, and that deadline is fast approaching. So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Will you race against the clock to monetize your channel before the rules change, or does this update force you to change your entire strategy? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time as we continue to decode the systems that shape our world.